Humans have long been fascinated by dinosaurs. We want to know how they truly looked. Early fossil finds were often just scattered bones. This scarcity made accurate reconstructions very difficult. The ongoing quest for a complete lifelike dinosaur is a long one. This important search drives paleontologists to dig ever deeper. These creatures ruled the Earth for millions of years. For many years, our image of dinosaurs was incomplete. It was often based on much guesswork. Think of the old drawings and museum displays. Dinosaurs were often shown as slow, clumsy beasts. They were depicted dragging their heavy tails. Their colors were imagined as dull greens and browns. This common picture was shaped by very limited fossil evidence. We now know much of this early understanding was quite wrong. What does accurate truly mean in this specific context? It means much more than just possessing a complete skeleton. It means understanding the actual animal's soft tissues. It means knowing its true skin texture and patterns. Each new discovery adds another crucial piece to the vast prehistoric puzzle. The dinosaur that comes closest to this ideal of accuracy is a notable species of nodosaur. Nodosaurs were a group of armored dinosaurs. They lived during the Cretaceous period. They were large plant eaters or herbivores. Their bodies were covered in bony plates and sharp spikes for protection. The name means northern shield in translation. This name reflects its Canadian origin and its formidable armored nature. It is a truly remarkable and stunning specimen. Lived approximately 110 million years ago, this was during the early Cretaceous epoch. It roamed the lands of what is now Alberta, Canada. At that distant time, the area was located near a large inland sea. This vast body of water was called the Western Interior Seaway. The environment was likely warm and quite lush with vegetation. It was a herbivore, as most nodosaurs were. It likely browsed on low-lying plants like ferns and cycads. What makes so incredibly special is its state of preservation. It is not just a jumbled collection of bones, it is a three-dimensional body, almost intact. The story of its discovery is quite fascinating. It was not found by paleontologists on a planned expedition. It was found quite accidentally by industrial workers. On March 21, 2011, a heavy equipment operator named Sean Funk was at work. He was operating machinery at the Suncor Millennium Mine in northern Alberta. This is a very large oil sands mine. He was digging into the earth with his excavator that day. Mr. Funk's excavator hit something unusually hard in the ground. The rocks in that specific area are usually soft marine shales. He noticed strange patterns and textures in the material he had unearthed. It did not look like the usual rock he encountered daily. He and his supervisor, Mike Grattan, wisely recognized its potential importance. They immediately stopped digging in that particular spot. They carefully contacted the Royal Tyrrell Museum of Paleontology. This quick thinking was a crucial decision for science. Museum scientists and technicians quickly realized the immense significance of the find. The dinosaur fossil was encased in extremely hard marine rock. The preservation of the specimen is truly exceptional. It is often informally called a dinosaur mummy by many. This descriptive term is used somewhat loosely in this case. It is not mummified in the same way as ancient Egyptian remains. Instead, its body tissues were very rapidly mineralized. This natural process replaced the original organic material with hard minerals. This mineralization happened before the body could fully decompose or be scavenged. It perfectly preserved its three-dimensional shape. Several key factors contributed to this amazing and rare preservation. The dinosaur died on land. Its carcass was then quickly swept into the nearby ancient sea. It may have bloated due to decomposition gases and floated for a period. Then, importantly, it sank to the anoxic or low-oxygen seafloor. The distinct lack of oxygen at these depths significantly slowed down bacterial decomposition. Rapid burial by fine marine sediments also protected the body. These sediments completely encased the dinosaur. The specific minerals present in the seawater played a very key role. Scientists employed many advanced techniques to study the fossil. Simple visual examination by eye was just the very first start. High-resolution computed tomography scanning was considered for the specimen. However, the fossil's large size and the extremely dense rock made this method difficult. Instead, meticulous and patient physical preparation was absolutely key. Mark Mitchell's incredibly careful work revealed stunning details hidden in the rock. He chipped away the surrounding matrix grain by grain. Geochemical analysis proved to be very important for this fossil. Scientists carefully studied the chemical composition of the preserved soft tissues. They specifically looked for traces of original organic molecules. Melanosomes are tiny, pigment-containing organelles within cells. Amazingly, traces of these melanosomes were found preserved in the skin and armor sheaths. This groundbreaking discovery allowed researchers to scientifically infer the dinosaurs' coloration. The stomach contents of were also carefully analyzed by researchers. These contents were preserved as a distinct, compacted mass in the gut region. Microscopic examination of this mass revealed fossilized plant material. Section 6. More than bones. Skin, armor, and color provides science with incredible details about its external appearance. Its extensive armor is a key and defining feature. Dinosaurs are well known for their protective armor, but shows this armor in its original three-dimensional arrangement. The bony plates, called osteoderms, are covered in preserved keratin. Large, sharp spikes projected from its shoulders, providing defense. We can clearly see the pattern of the scales on its surface. The discovery of preserved pigments was revolutionary. Scientists found clear evidence of the pigment pheomelanin. This suggests a generally reddish-brown color for the animal. Section 7. Old ideas versus new evidence. Dinosaur depictions. Early dinosaur depictions were often quite inaccurate by modern standards. Think of the very first statues created in the 19th century. They showed a bulky rhino-like creature with a prominent horn on its nose. We now know that the supposed horn was actually a specialized thumb spike. Dinosaurs were frequently drawn as slow and sluggish reptiles. They were commonly shown dragging their long tails heavily on the ground. Their postures were sometimes completely wrong. This was mainly due to limited fossil evidence at the time, provides another clear example of changing depictions. Early reconstructions of this famous predator showed it standing almost upright. Its massive tail was shown dragging uselessly on the ground behind it. We now know that held its body much more horizontally. Its muscular tail was held stiffly off the ground for balance and agility. This significant change in understanding came from more complete skeletons. It also came from a better understanding of animal biomechanics. Our views of dinosaur activity levels have also dramatically changed. Directly challenges some older ideas about armored dinosaurs specifically. Section 8. Paleontology's path to precision. Paleontology as a science has evolved greatly over the past centuries. Early fossil hunters were often simply collectors of curiosities. Scientific methods for study were quite basic or non-existent. Reconstructions of extinct animals were frequently highly speculative and imaginative. The main focus was often on finding large, impressive bones. Little attention was typically paid to the surrounding rock matrix or small, delicate details. This early approach unfortunately led to many initial misconceptions about dinosaurs and their biology. The 20th century saw many major advances in paleontological science. More systematic and careful excavations began to be standard practice. Scientists started to deeply understand the principles of taphonomy. Taphonomy is the scientific study of how organisms decay and become fossilized. This knowledge helped researchers interpret fossil finds much more accurately. Comparative anatomy became a more rigorous and essential discipline. This allowed for better reconstructions of skeletons and associated muscles. The dinosaur renaissance in the 1960s and 70s revolutionized our views. Technology has played a huge and transformative role in recent decades. CT scanning allows paleontologists to see inside delicate fossils without damaging them. Section 9. Legacy. Understanding prehistoric life is much more than just a singularly spectacular fossil. It represents a significant benchmark in paleontology. It provides unprecedented understanding of an extinct animal. It gives science direct evidence for things we usually guess at. These details include skin texture, armor structure, and coloration. It gives us a rare glimpse of a living dinosaur. This discovery has profound implications. It helps us understand dinosaur biology better. It informs our understanding of dinosaur ecosystems. Evidence of countershading suggests significant predation pressure. This was true even for heavily armored herbivores. The preserved stomach contents revealed dietary preferences. This data helps reconstruct early Cretaceous food webs. It inspires both scientists and the public. For scientists, it shows potential for future discoveries. It encourages the search for more preserved fossils. It pushes the boundaries of analytical techniques. For the public, it brings dinosaurs to life vividly.